are good as one, but we would be better when divided. Abdulrahim Yunusa. Experience is the best teacher, as they said. One must find a way, even if there is no way. It's impossible for us to look for an alternative when things are getting scary for both parties that love themselves but having some terrible issues that can end the tie in tears. Of course, it's an undeniable fact that there is strong love between the north and the southern part of Nigeria. But I think the respect, love, and mutual understanding that coexist in between would be more attractive and valuable when we get separated and everyone goes his way than we are now. Actually, me as an ignorant of the past and small boy with little reasoning capacity, I reason and believe that everyone is looking down to his neighbor. Sincerely speaking, the southern part of the country often accuse the north for being solely dependent on their yoke, for they believe they own oil wells and that's the best source of wealth, of Nigerian wealth. Yeah, it's true, we depend on them, they pay our bills, but what every saner folk should ponder is, where was Nigeria generating income prior to oil discovery? How do they survive then? Who took the burden of the rest before the oil boom? Before the oil boom, there were other trades that they were doing, but Nigeria as it is, as one, did not exist. It was colonized under the British and the British was ruling the country. So before oil, there were other like trades and there were actually other minerals, agriculture, and of course slaves, as we know before. But yeah, the country was colonized and the burden of Nigeria to take care of itself never existed. Why? Because we were all separated. Someone says I'm sure, or he continues saying, I'm sure by finding the answer to these series of questions, one will aptly fathom the hidden truth. Because the poor north of today was once the bill payers of the country some decades back. That's a lie. That is not factual. That is actually not factual. Only the discovery of oil crippled the northern sources of revenue. Then whose fault is that? Alas, this has also become possible with the shabby effort of our leaders who chose to neglect agriculture deliberately, mining and other economic aspects that North could use to find a source of itself even through them, even though we still have other ways to look for our survival apart from those we can see now. Despite our incapability to produce more to consume ourselves, with what we have, we still have a chance to do that because it's not too late. Many countries with infertile land have managed to develop themselves through collective effort. So what do you think about the North that is blessed with numerous natural resources that can be effectively harnessed to meet our demands? Let's secede and see each one of our neighbor as foreigners. Let's demand visa, inter-border transportation among ourselves, and let's do that. And let's call each other friends. I think that sounds better. No. What I personally believe is that Africa should be one melting pot of an economy. So, of course, there are different countries. The African Union should sort of be like the European Union, not saying that they have to follow everything like it is, but we can be in different countries, but we don't need to have visas to go from one country to another in the same continent. It doesn't make sense. That's what I personally believe. Someone says we can't be pitiably enduring such unending persecution from those we fed with our food some years back in the name of federalism and inter-regional friendship in this country. We are extremely tired of this nonsense. Finally, it's true the way is rough, but it would be scary to move amidst a gloomy night without a friend or any helping hand. But above all, we can still develop despite glaring challenges facing us. When someone is pushed to the wall, he can do impossible and even take the mentality of impossibility out of his sight. The future is bright. The North shall prosper, we believe. Okay, this Abdulrahman Yunusa, I think he's making points in some things that he said. You can't, tribalism is, the fact is, even before the British would have come, or before they came, the fact is tribalism did exist because we had our own different empires and relations between us was trade, war, colonization, all that within ourselves, and that's fine. But the tone I'm getting from all this is as if the southern part of Nigeria is such a burden to live with because we're always pressing on them, making them feel bad because we own oil, like as if we're oppressing them. See, that's the thing. When we focus and drift away from the actual point, the point is when you have a government that is meant to cater to all of our needs, take care of all of us, control, like there is not resources, but make sure that GDP is high to, make sure the living standard is good, to make sure people are living well, healthy, free education. We making sure that we even exercise our human right. So this subtle, not even subtle, this passive anger should not be at the South. It should be to the government because it's their job. So, I mean, separating is not a bad idea, but I feel that there's a lack of emphasis on the incompetence of the government and how we as a whole, Nigeria, have not been holding them accountable. That's just what it is. Somebody says Kwara, Kogi, and Benue would prefer to be part of southern Nigeria. And someone replied and says, let them go to the south. We don't want to be mixed with any Yoruba-related tribe again. We are satisfied to be alone. Referendum is what we need. All right. Someone here says, I'm a northerner and I am advising to research on our bills were paid before the discovering of oil in the country. I'm so happy, and I'm so happy that people are planning to do their research. What was Nigeria before independence? What was Nigeria before colonialism? And we can look at that and then decide for ourselves, is this the life that we want to live? It's as simple as that. But I'm so happy that people are now, very active in terms of wanting to learn about their history, because it is very, very important. And you can't avoid it, because for us to go forward now, we understand how much our past actually will help us navigate the future. But what I think about this in the comment section below. Are you in support of Nigeria separating? Put what I think, and do not forget to like and subscribe.